Good afternoon. Well, it's 4:07 p.m. I just woke up. I went to bed at 5 yesterday after I made my video, then I watched it. I hope you enjoyed my video I made earlier this morning. Not yesterday, earlier this morning I made a video, a 30-minute video. Talked about the Matrix. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And after that I watched my video. Then I went to bed at I went to bed I went to bed at like 5, and I slept till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the evening, obviously. 4 o'clock in the evening starts at 5 or 6, I believe. So I slept till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and 5 or 6 is the evening, I believe. Right? Afternoon is what is 1 to 5, I think. And evening is 5 to like 8 or 9, and 9 o'clock is nighttime. Nine to midnight is like night. 8 to midnight is like night. Obviously, 8 to like 10 is night, and 11 and 12 is midnight. Obviously, you have the early morning, and you have some. Yeah, hear the noise. I'm eating sausages, eating my breakfast late. Right, I woke up right, in a good like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. I'm gonna go back to talking about Zanus because Zanus is guaranteed the movie I'm gonna be doing. Whereas it's not guaranteed I'm gonna do the Matrix. And that's why I stopped talking. Remember a couple months ago I kept talking about the Matrix for like 3 weeks straight. And I stopped, yeah, because it's not guaranteed I'm gonna do the Matrix. I might do the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves and all them. I might do the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves. I might do the Great Escape with Keanu Reeves, Carl Johansson, Ben Affleck. I know Michael B. Jordan, all them are hoping I do the Matrix, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. It just depends on like what Warner Bros. What Warner Bros. What David Zaslav says. Some Sarah. He has to be on board. He has to be on board. He has to be on board. David Zaslav has to be on board. He has to be on board to delete Resurrections. Otherwise, I'm not making the Matrix franchise. Obviously, I'm just being honest with you. Like higher chance I will do the Great Seal over the Matrix. But Keanu Reeves doesn't have to worry. Obviously, there's a higher chance he has to worry a little bit. Obviously, there's a high chance I will be doing the Great Seal over the Matrix. Anyways, it's my IP, and looking at an amazing story for that. An amazing game, on the run, taking ass in this basic organization. An amazing story for that. And the Great Escape will be a very highly fun, entertaining movie. Like you get the build up, can't find jobs, we work, we trade in the company, we work in the company, and then for the remaining like hour and 45 minutes, it's just me and Vijay on the run kicking ass. Just like you have John Wick 3, Keanu Reeves is on the run, he's kicking ass, something like that. It's a top notch story. And they send Baz Hitman afterwards because me and Vijay are well trained. Obviously, or by myself, or another Hollywood actress, we're well trained. Obviously, if I don't save her, we what? We're gonna be badass in the movie. Adam. So Sarah. That's why I like talking about Zanus more. Because Zanus is a movie is my first movie. It's a movie I'm guaranteed going to be doing. Obviously. Well, to be honest with you though, there is what? There is maybe a 10-15% chance I might not even start Sky Source. Just being honest here, since it just depends on what on what VJ says or what I what or I'm not or what I don't know. 85% chance I start Sky Source. 50% chance I don't start it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have that talk with my wife, obviously. Because VJ might tell me, Ivan, I don't feel like working. I'm lazy. You know what I'm saying? She's lazy, obviously. She obviously wants to start Sky Source. She wants to be an AS actor. If she tells me, Ivan, I don't want to start Sky Source, Ivan, you know what I'm saying? She might tell me that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to really piss me off seeing all these women who fucked you in Hollywood. You can get to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't think this is a good idea, Ivan. All those men in Hollywood that banged, they all fucked me, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be sad and depressed. You think this is a good idea? I'm like, no, we'll be fine. You know, but you think this is a good idea, Ivan? She'll tell me, Ivan, if you want to just live the life with me, build that $300 million winter condo, buy our jet. If I don't start Sky Source, I'll buy one jet. I'll just buy one jet. I'll buy one jet, buy our yacht, and build a $300 million condo. Just live the life. We can do that, Ivan. But I told you, if I did that, it would eventually get boring. Since they're constantly going to events, going to restaurants, going to clubs. You know what I'm saying? Going clothes shopping and doing partying it up with her in the condo and the hotel and all stuff. It'll eventually get boring. You can't do that for what? After like 3 years, you're gonna get tired of it. Yeah, I want to work. It's good to work. It's not good to be lazy, obviously. But VJ will obviously tell me, Ivan, let's start Sky Source. Are you kidding me, Ivan? It's a dream of mine to be an A-list actor, Ivan. And now I can fulfill my dream. It was in Hollywood, I was a B-list actor. Now, the gatekeepers would never let me be an A-list actor. Yeah, because the doors are locked on VJ, obviously. They're never going to let me do a Big movie because the doors are locked on VJ. They're never going to let her be an A-list magician because the doors are locked on VJ. So I'm saying. The doors are open on her. She can make some money, but she can't make the money that she should be making. Sarah? Yeah, because the doors are locked on VJ. Because VJ's stupid. She's sold out, obviously. That's why she wants out of Hollywood. She wants to be with me. She wants to see the light. And what? Obviously. But at the same time, she takes me for granted. I don't keep saying that. I think I heard Moaning Sounds just about like 15 minutes ago. And that's why it's very tough for me to take this girl seriously, because she's crazy. She cries all night long and annoys me, obviously. I'm like, VJ, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your oh, I love you. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. I don't care if you see hell. You don't care about the relationship. Why should I care about you seeing hell? You get what you fucking deserve. You want to be a bitch and be unfaithful, then when at night time when you dream on me, my father run away. You get what you deserve, man. Yeah. She pisses me off. Why is she crazy? Because she once saw the light. That's why she's the craziest of them all. She's the only one who knows like to see that beautiful light. She wants to see it so bad. That's why she's crazy. The street stays black and she goes crazy and she just cries like constantly, nonstop. She's crazy. She's a crazy woman. So you're willing to destroy your own sleep. Destroy your own sleep every night just because you can't see the light, man. When you sleep through it, you slept through it before, but now you're crazy because you're desperate. She's beyond desperate. She knows I can run off, which I might do, obviously. Hence why what? She cries, obviously. She knows, yeah, Ivan might run off. He might not save me. You know what I'm saying? He might cower out from death and just pay the fee and take his money and run off. And I'm going to see how I'm never going to be with him. I want to be with him, you know what I'm saying? Because she's fucking crazy. I'm going to keep fucking these guys. He'll never know. You know what I'm saying? He'll never know. I'm going to keep banging these men every day behind Ivan's back. I'm going to keep their numbers and fuck them and text them. Say all these secret text messages. Text all these secret text messages to all these men. He'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he dies for me. I see the light because I love him. I want to be with him. But at the same time, I like these men. I'm saying, and what? Because she's crazy, man. Yeah, man. She's a crazy woman, man. Yeah, man. Yes, I know I have a mental illness. I think psychotic things, but I'm not like VJ. VJ is something else, man. VJ is like the only problem I have is I have a mental illness. I'm there in the head, but I have mental illness. I get depressed. The keys doesn't help either. I trip and all stuff, but I'm there in the head. But I'm aware of my mental illness. I have a mental illness, obviously. Whereas Victoria Justice has like what? She has like an illness too, man. She's crazy, man. She cries like every day, like all night long. She cries, man, like nonstop. I guarantee your family's like, man, Victoria, this girl is fucking crazy, man. She's something. She needs help, yeah, but it's their fault, man. I put a rule, don't touch her, and they touched her anyways, obviously. I'm like, yeah, man. If my wife sees a light when she's a kid, obviously, and you take that away from her, and she now sees hell, she will go bananas and cry like all night long, nonstop, man. She literally cries nonstop for like 5 6 hours straight, man. It's crazy shit, man. And she says she loves me and all of a sudden, and after once she's relaxed and she stops crying, she texts the man. Obviously, she's fucking crazy, man. She texts the man behind my back, hey, let's meet up and fuck, and they meet up and fuck, obviously. And I hear the my heart beating, and I hear VJ moaning and all stuff. Like, this girl's crazy. The once she's done that, it's nighttime. She goes to bed and she cries to me. You see what I'm saying? How crazy this woman is? She has an illness, man. She has an illness, obviously. She's ill. But she has to be like that because she's selfish. She wants her full cake, obviously. BJ likes the attention from the man, but she also wants my attention. Hence why she does. She's like this. Yeah, I have no choice but to be a bitch because I'm a bitch. I love being a bitch. I love taking Ivan for granted, even though after what Ivan went through, I want to destroy his sleep. That way he saves me, and I get to be. I get to take his wings because I want to be with him. She's fucking crazy, obviously. You'll never know what happened with all these men. You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she does that, obviously. She keeps bang men. When a nighttime happens, cry to Ivan and destroy his sleep. That way, hopefully Ivan saves me and he's annoyed by my crying, obviously. Because VJ obviously knows that if she cries all night to me, it's very annoying for Ivan. Yeah, it's tough for Ivan to sleep if I annoy him every night like that, and cry heavy tears. It's tough for him to sleep, obviously. That's why she does that because she's a genius. She wants to be saved desperately, obviously, and she wants my billions, and she wants to be with me. But at the same time, she likes the attention of the man. She's not. She's gonna keep banging him. But she's crazy. She's a crazy woman, obviously. And so when she says I love you, I just ignore. I'm like blah 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 blah. I don't want to hear your manipulative crying. You're a manipulative woman, man. Very manipulative. Your heavy crying is not going to work on me, man. I'm not stupid. I know you keep banging me behind my back. And as you cry, the numbers are saved on your fucking phone with your text messages and all that stuff. That's why Victoria Justice is fucking crazy. So we'll see what happens if I save her or not. We'll see what happens, obviously. Obviously. So I'm going to talk about Xanax here. And it's peace out, world. You get what you fucking deserve. You want to cause this mess in my life and turn my wife into this whore of a bitch. Obviously, then wants what? Peace out. Or peace out, world, and peace out, VJ. If you took me for granted and I chose to run off and you get what you deserve, you're left behind and you're in Hollywood. We'll see what happens, obviously. Yeah. Before I talk about Xanax, I'm going to say this real quick here. If I run off, I guarantee VJ wouldn't even understand. Well, how can I even do this to me? And the world will be like, yeah, it's our fault. We fucked everything up for you guys. We separated you. We turned you into this whore, you know what I'm saying? But man, VJ, you took your husband for granted, man. After what he went through, and you still keep. Ivan was faithful. After what he went through, being thrown in a hospital, what he went through in his life, thinking he had an STD for 8 years, cried those tears, finding out about your mess, finding out about the game that he's, you know what I'm saying, working hard on his book after the stuff on his hacking laptop, getting thrown in a hospital. He was faithful, and you kept fucking men behind his back while he was faithful. You kept destroying his sleep. He was threatened with death, or running away, or selling and sharing. Can you blame him? Yeah, I don't blame mine for running off either, man. You PJ, you were blinded by your mess, man. You banged so many men, And you know how horrific a price Ivan has to pay, and you keep banging the men behind his back because you don't care, obviously. And Ivan didn't want to deal with your burden, he ran off. VJ is like, how could he do that to me? And I was like, she's fucking crazy, obviously. I'm like, yeah, if you were in my shoes, VJ, I guarantee you wouldn't even save me. You'd run off, man. You'd run off because you're not like me, man. I guarantee you, if the situation were reversed and I was VJ, I was pretty much doing what VJ is doing now, and VJ was a virgin and she was innocent, obviously, but she had a choice of running off or saving me, I guarantee VJ would take her money. I'll take her money and run off. Fuck Ivan. I'm just gonna bang all these other men, take her money and live my life. Yeah, and VJ expects me to just die for like that while she's unfaithful constantly every week, obviously. She's fucking crazy, obviously. She's a crazy woman, obviously. She doesn't care about the relationship at all, man. She just keeps taking off her clothes and banging all these men. Like, she doesn't care. Because she's used to it, obviously. She's banging so many men. She's used to taking off her clothes and banging men. That's why she doesn't care, obviously. That's why I show no sympathy for her when she cries heavy tears to me at night. Because it's manipulative crying, it's a noise, and I ignore it. Which is crazy, obviously. Whereas me, I'm a faithful man. You don't see me going out banging a woman because I'm faithful and I'm holy, obviously. Whereas Victoria just doesn't care, obviously. Yeah, give me a sec, guys. Before I talk about Zanus, I'm gonna go upstairs and refill. I'm gonna fill my fresh cup of coffee. We'll be back in a sec. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. I went upstairs to refill my cup of coffee. You guys better enjoy this series once again because I'm on the mood for games. I'm not in the mood for games, okay? Once I find out how wicked you are, whatever choice I make, I'm peacing out either way. You're not saved. You're left behind. If I say VJ, I'm peacing out. If I run off, I'm peacing out. And VJ will be left behind. Obviously, she obviously gets. Even though you set the whole thing up for her, she obviously gets what she deserves. This woman is never gonna learn. I think if I were to run off before I talk about Zayn's here, if I were to run off, I think VJ's eyes would finally be open. Yeah, it's kind of my fault. I kept taking Ivan for granted. I didn't listen. As long as I'm separate from him, I'm gonna keep banging all these men. He'll never know. And I'm gonna keep annoying his crying. Ivan didn't want to do with my burden. He ran off because I was a bitch. Obviously, yeah. I was a cold-hearted bitch, and I ran off, and yeah. was a cold-hearted bitch, and yeah. Obviously. So VJ's obviously blind. She's blinded by the mess. If VJ's blind by the mess, well, duh. The fact that she keeps fucking men, she's obviously blind. If she really cared about this, if the mess really hit her mind, if the mess really hit VJ's mind, she wouldn't keep banging a bunch of men behind my back, and she does that, man. She keeps doing it. Because she knows I'll never know, and she takes me for granted, obviously. She doesn't care. Obviously. At the same time, she doesn't care about my sleep. After what I went through in my life, she doesn't care. Not mess. She doesn't care. She bothers me every night, and she destroys my sleep. That's how you know Victoria Justice is blind, obviously. She's beyond desperate to be saved, obviously, because she knows I can run off. That's why she does this. She's crazy, obviously. And what? Yeah, and she only cares about. I don't mean to be rude, but Victoria Justice obviously only cares about herself. Like it's like, yeah, Ivan, you put the puzzle pieces together. Yeah, Victoria Justice only cares about herself, obviously. She wants my money. She wants to see the light. She wants to be with me. Obviously. Yeah, at the same time, she keeps banging me behind my back, which means she doesn't care about the relationship. She also doesn't care about the relationship policy. She keeps the men's number. She doesn't care. At the same time, she destroys my sleep every night, which means she doesn't care about my sleep. She only thinks about herself. What's good for her? Okay, I want to see this light. I want Ivan's billions. I want to be an AS actor. I want to be with him. You know, so, but at the same time, she bangs men, which means she doesn't care about the relationship, and obviously, and she destroys my sleep every night. Purposely destroys my sleep, obviously. Which means Vija doesn't care about my well-being. She doesn't care about my mental state, my physical state. Yeah, I don't care if Ivan can't sleep for 1 whole year. I don't care. I want to see that light, man. I want his brilliance. I want to be with him. Because I'm scared he's going to run off, man, and he won't save me. Yeah, because she's evil, man. She's fucking evil, man. That's what Victoria Justice does. It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. You know, I know VJ's pissed off when I say this. So yeah, it's sad that's how you are, VJ. You obviously don't care about your husband. You only care about yourself. It's sad, man. You destroy my sleep every night when you can easily sleep through the black screen. You did it before. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you saying this, man, before I talk about Zayn's here. If they're going to keep banging me behind my back and keep their numbers, the least you can do is, can you let me have a fucking peaceful sleep, man? Is it that hard to just let Ivan learn how to peaceful sleep? I can't do that, Ivan, because I'm scared that you might run off, and I hate seeing hell, Ivan. Well, you slept through hell before. Back in 2015, 2014, I didn't hear any crying. You slept through hell before, and now you're crying because you know I'm done my book, and that the countdown's ticking, obviously, and you know I'm a wealthy young king, and you know I can run off. That's why you do this, obviously, because you're fucking evil, man. Yeah, man. Anyways, let's talk about Zaynus. Let's talk about Zaynus here. Now, once I'm done this video, I'm going to take my shower. It'll be about 5:30 when I'm done. 5:40 when I'm done. I'll take my shower and I'll go to the store and get my smokes. And I'll watch the show with you guys. I'll watch the video with you guys. I'll watch the video with you guys, obviously. I'll watch the video with you guys. Pause you. So Zaynus, I will make for $1,200,000,000. $1,200,000,000 I'll make Zaynus for. If I make $11 billion plus, 10.8 billion plus if I make 10.5 billion plus. If I make 10.5 billion plus, I can put a billion two towards Zanus. If I make like 10 or like 10.1, 10.2, I'll just put 10 a billion 20. But if I make like 10.8 or 11 billion plus, I can put an extra 200 million towards the movie. That way I pimp it up more and you get a better movie. The wolves and bats are scarier. The world building is top notch, even better than I'm doing. Sarah? I'll make Zanus for that much, obviously. I'll make Zanus for that much. So 410 million towards salaries, 10 million towards the docs, 780 million towards the movie. About 800 million towards the movie. And I'll put 600 million towards visual effects. Lots of the money I'm going to pour towards visual effects. You're probably looking at 650 million towards visual effects. You can put 33 million, 34 million towards set building, 40 million towards costumes, armor, and weapons and machines to design the mask. 12 million towards the IMAX cameras. You cover the cameras. You cover the cameras are cheap. Those will only cost me maybe like $1 million in total. Maybe the cover the cameras, $1.5 million maybe or something like that. Whereas the cameras are like they're gonna cost me like $9 million bucks, man. It's been crazy expensive. I rent like 11 film IMAX cameras for the movie. Then the rest of the money is going towards funding the other stuff in the movie, obviously. The hotel, renting the hotels for Pier and all of them, that costs millions. Those limo services are going to cost millions too. A couple $1 million will cost me maybe. For the limo services every day for Pier and all of them, that's probably like 350, 400, 500 grand in costs. And the limo services for the actors is even more expensive. That's probably like 800 grand in costs for that 1 year. $1 million maybe. It's expensive, man. Ivan, we'll give you a deal for like 700 grand for all your actors. And limo service costs for the third year, and like 500, 400 grand for Pier and all them, and what? The first year in Vancouver, yeah. Because I have a 7 to 8 million dollar budget towards the movie, it's easy afford. I can easily afford it. The hotel stays are going to cost millions. Pier hotel stay and staying in suites for 1 year will cost me maybe $3-4 million bucks for all those guys in hotel costs. It's expensive. And the actors is going to cost me maybe $5 million, $6 million in hotel costs for all the actors. A couple $1 million bucks will cost me. Because my budget is so big, I can easily afford it. Shipping everything to Switzerland, that's going to cost me millions too. Hundreds of thousands to a few $1 million. The food will probably cost me a good $1 million in cost, maybe 800 grand, $1 million in cost for the food. Everything after that's all pocket change. That's why I'll probably have a good maybe 50, 60 left over, $1 million left over in the budget. A lot of stuff will get burned, will get drained though. A lot of things. Gas for the jet's gonna cost me hundreds of thousands. That's expensive. Gas filling up your gas your what? Your gas tank in your jet's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Renting the facilities for training, renting the gym, training where it's sponsored the actors of clothing, that's gonna cost. The takeouts, the alcohol, that's gonna cost a lot of money. Because I have a big budget, I can easily afford it. A lot of the money will be getting drained and burned. It's gonna get burned, the money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My top two candidates are Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson. Peter, I'll pay him his 85 million base and his $415 million in point profits. Mel Gibson, I'll pay him 165 million to 170 million in points for the box office profits and 56 million base for the 4 years of Zanus. You split their contracts over the 4 years. A signing bonus, and you have your base for production. You get a post filming bonus. So after filming and you go on your vacation, you get a bonus money deposit into your bank. Peter, I'll give him 10 mil. I'll give him 6. Okay, you worked hard, go on a vacation, and you get another $10 million in your bank. And Peter gets a 65 million for the 10 months of shooting. That's a good deal for him. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. 10 million for pre-production. Mel gets 10 million for pre-production. He gets 40 million for production. Pay him less than Peter because he's not as big as Peter Jackson, obviously. That's a good deal. I don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, Mel Gibson probably makes on average 20 million for his movies. 15 million. 10 million around there he makes. He doesn't make 56 million in Hollywood. No, man, that's rare in Hollywood. The directors don't. Hollywood does not have the kind of money budgets to pay the directors that kind of money for most movies. They all make 20 million on average, 25 million, the big ones. Who's there? That's my deal for those two directors. That's my deal for those two directors. Obviously. But the question is, who is the better director? Is Mel Gibson's interpretation of the movie better or Peter Jackson's version? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody tells me might be the right man. He's a fantasy guy. But man, somebody tells me Mel Gibson's the right man too because he's a Christian. He'll have a lot of themes. I have a lot of ideas for your horror of the wolves and bats, man. You know what I'm saying? Airtime them devils. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, the South is kind of like a symbolism of hell, right, Ivan? I'm like, yeah. It's a different realm. And the North is holy. But don't make the South look too cursed. I'm going to tell John Howard Alley, I don't want it looking too cursed. The South has some beauty, obviously, but it's cursed. It's not the North. Whereas the North is holy terrain. The South is like Rivendell, right? And the South is cursed. That's what looking at a masterpiece that I wrote, man. An amazing story. Yeah. Sure, I can have here.